This episode is sponsored by SmartVestor. Connect with an investing pro for free at RamseySolutions.com/invest. You're listening to Ramsey Everyday Millionaires, where we talk investing, retirement, building wealth, and outrageous generosity.
Let's go to Julie. She's in Dayton, Ohio. What's going on, Julie? How can we help?
Really, I called in for a question about my daughter. She's 1 month old, but to be honest, I've got other goals as well. And I was kind of curious about accounts that I could open up for her in the future, like the 529 college or a custodial Roth. Just some investment opportunities for her in the future that I didn't have an opportunity for when I was growing up.
I love that question. Go ahead, George.
So you're wanting to leave a legacy, and there's a few options here. Number one, as you mentioned, the 529 plan, which is going to be for college expenses. And I think that's an account every parent should open when their child is born. That was one of the first things I did when my daughter was born 9 months ago. So that's a great option. They're state-specific, but you can choose any state, which is really cool. And so you can do some research on which one is the best for you. You can reach out to a SmartVestor Pro through our website who can help you navigate that. Outside of college, the custodial Roth can be a great option as well, where they'd have access to it once they turn 18. That becomes their account, and you have 18 years of growth on that money. Mm-hmm. So what are your goals for her? What are you trying to do for her?
Really, probably, I don't know if she'll choose college, so it would be nice to have an account that she could get into as soon as she turns 18. So maybe that custodial Roth, it sounds like.
Well, the good news is with the 529 plan and the new Secure, 2.0 Act, you can actually roll over a portion of your 529 college funds into a Roth IRA. So if she doesn't use it for college, she's still able to use that money as she pleases in that retirement account. But remember, there's still going to be penalties if she withdraws it early before retirement. And so this is really way future thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. And really where I'm at financially is like I have a house. I want to pay that off. I got married last year, got pregnant right away. So we're kind of in that new form of our life. I'm 34 years old. He's 32. But it's kind of ridiculous because combined, we've got quite a bit in savings. And, I've got, I think, a debt on my house of $317. Mm-hmm. He's got his house that he's got as a rental, and I think we owe $60,000 on it.
Cool.
And so
is that the only debt?
Our combined in the baby, which we're maxing out our HSA this year, so I think it's $7,000.
That's great.
That would be it. Mm-hmm. So our total combined debt is $384,000, and then we've got $143,000 in savings, which is kind of silly because it's not being invested or anything like that. It's really grown quickly.
If I were in your shoes, I'd probably hold back 6 months of expenses, and then whatever is left, you have a couple options with that. I mean, you've got these two houses, this rental. What would be 6 months of expenses for you? I'm just curious.
I think we spend we live off of maybe $3,500 a month, I think.
Okay.
So let's call it $4,000 a month for 6 months. That's $24,000.
Sure.
So if you rounded it up and kept $25K kind of as your 6 month fund, and then you look at it,
left.
You've got 118 left, which gives you some options. I mean, you could put it towards your personal residence if you wanted to. If you guys really love this rental, you could pay it off in full and then put the rest towards your primary mortgage. You guys have some options here. Are you investing 15% of your gross incomes?
Yeah, that was the next thing I was looking at. I think we're at 12% for each of us, so we could always increase that a little bit for sure.
Yeah, bump it up to 15. And then here's what's really cool. You pay off that rental instantly. That still leaves you with $58,000 to play with to throw at your current primary mortgage.
Now you're at $275 on that.
And now you freed up the rental income as well, and now we can really make some headway on that primary mortgage. So that's what I would do if I was in your shoes, Julie.
I would too.
While putting some money in the 529, while investing 15%, whatever's left over, that margin, plus the proceeds from your savings, let's knock out that mortgage.
My other thought is keeping the rental. We don't know if we want to keep it or not. It's in a good area. We've got a good renter right now, but he just moved out. I think we started renting it in July of last year. And I think you have to be like 3 out of 5 years living there, and then you kind of have to figure out if you're keeping it or selling it. So,
well, I'd pay it off, and after that, if it's still a hassle and you guys don't enjoy it anymore, just sell it.
Absolutely.
And you can invest the proceeds or use it toward a different piece of real estate. I like that plan.
I like that plan too.
Good
Listen,
problems to have. They're doing it really well.
they're great problems to have. For $60,000, I'm definitely keeping that rental around, especially when they have the cash to pay it off. Because I know some people are like, shouldn't they sell the rental and use the money to go towards their primary mortgage? Not necessarily in this case. I'm telling people what I would do.
Thanks for tuning in to Ramsey Everyday Millionaires. To learn more about investing, visit RamseySolutions.com/investing or click the link in the show notes. Ramsey Solutions is a paid non-client promoter of participating pros. Learn more at RamseySolutions.com/SmartVestor.